This is David Gussin, and he's the guru of networking. He gets all the networking groups in Suffolk, Long Island, Queens, etc. together, and he is the best at it. And he's going to honor us by giving us a talk on...
I guess a talk on networking.
Okay, take it away, David. Thank you.
Well, Sheila, thank you for having me. You're certainly an expert in networking and business on your own. So I'm not sure how much assistance you would need from me. But and in today's business world, there's this word networking. When I first started, networking to me was the wires coming out of a computer. But in this case, it's about business people coming together. It could be as little as 2 business people coming together. It could be, there's no number on it, hundreds of people coming together. They look to make business connections, meet people, plant seeds to make relationships. You can't just show up and expect people to give a deal. But when you come and you meet people and you develop relationships, business synergies are made, business associates are gained, friendships are made, and there's certainly multiple values in it. Just keep going. I thought Sheila was going to ask me another question.
No, actually,
yes?
I just want you to tell them all the things you speak about, because he actually goes into rooms and he teaches people how to network. So Sheila Skolnick of Sheila Skolnick Worldwide wants to bring it to all her members to know about it.
Yeah. Well, there's a wonderful quote. We'll have to look up the name. We'll get it back for you. But one of the quotes in networking that's a nice one to start from is you can make more friends in 2 minutes by showing interest in them than you can in 2 years of trying to get others interested in you. You know, you're going out to these functions for business. Obviously, you want to write business. So the initial instinct is that you can't wait to tell people about yourself. And I get it. Yet at the same time, if you go attack people with who you are, hi, I'm David. You know, oh, hold on, buddy. But it's like, you know, hi, you know, what's your name? And nice to meet you. What do you do? So even though you can't wait to tell people about yourself, and certainly should want to, find out about them first. You know, care about what they have to say first. Another great just thought in business: the more people you help, the more value you'll get out of it. As far as networking, everyone understands direct business. They're coming into the networking for the most part for direct business. But let's look at some other things that you get. Direct business is easily understandable. Hi, I'm David. I sell business cards. Oh my God, I ran out of cards. I need cards. Can I order some? That's direct business. Wow, wasn't that a great event? But if you're only looking for direct business, you probably will be disappointed because there's not enough room in there. There's 25, 40 people in the room. Not someone's going to need to buy your product each time. But you can get so much more than that. One is you introduce yourself to people and establish relationships. You can build a team of what I like to call a team of cheerleaders around you. That when your turn comes, and if you're a mortgage person, you go out and introduce people. When people meet the people you meet, they'll say, hey, you need to call David. I spoke to him. He seems like a great guy. Works good with mortgages. You know, same for anything. So build a team of cheerleaders around you that when you speak to them, and once again, I use the term plant seeds, but that's meet them and establish relationships and everything that goes with planting smart seeds. Establish relationships with people that when your turn comes, meaning someone needs your industry, they think of you first. So that's developing yourself as a resource. Then there's the thing of developing your resources, which sounds the same, but it's a little different. Developing your resources is, I like to say in business, you know, who wouldn't want to be the go-to person? If they come to the business banker, they're not just, the banker gives them a loan. Yeah, they're going to the business banker for a loan. But once they get the loan, who should I use for insurance? Who should I use for an attorney? Who should I use to do this and that? So you're developing yourself, so develop your resources. No matter what field you're in, if people feel comfortable enough with you to write you a check for what you do, they probably care about your opinion on other things. And if they ask, you don't want to make up answers, but man, when you come through with the answer and help them solve a problem, they're really going to like it a lot. Another thing that happens in networking, because I could have quickly went to you make friends. And you weren't expecting to make friends, and maybe you weren't looking to make friends, but I gotta tell you, it's really nice to make these friends. And I have friends. I've had friends my whole life, but this business world with networking, you get a whole different new type of friends. But other things that get done in these networking rooms that is nice, the little nuances underneath. I see people getting their confidence in these rooms. They say that public speaking is people's #1 fear. Hey, when you can public speak, you can't imagine that people are scared, but supposedly it's the number one fear. Well, man, you go into these rooms and you meet people, and I've seen people who come in with quiet voices at first, and very humble and everything. And while they still remain humble, you can see their confidence and their comfortableness grow in these rooms. And in today's world, it will matter even more, as so many people are still hiding behind the computer, or today's youth isn't growing up with as much social interaction. Well, you know what? The web is nice. It's a great tool. I love technology, but there needs to be more than that. I call business a mixture, or successful marketing, a mixture of web and warmth. On the web, everyone knows about blogging and email blast and websites and social media, and they use it. But in some ways, it's sort of like a safe way to work, because like you almost don't have to get rejected. But real work comes with meeting people, whether you're on the phone talking to them or going out to people and meeting them and shaking hands, and there's not as much socialization now. Well, networking adds a lot to it. There's so much more to learn about networking,
And, you know,
but I'm
David,
happy to give you these tips.
And David, there's one thing that I love. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. And the only way you're going to get to know them is face to face.
Yep.
So David, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I
You could have
appreciate-
given the talk yourself.
It comes
So
from
I'm
the
glad you
horse-
thought from me.
It comes from the horse's mouth. You were very,
Nice.
very successful at it.